Got a 2017 iMac? Well, unfortunately, you're stuck on the most unstable version of macOS ever. macOS Ventura. Hello everyone on YouTube, it's Jordan here again, and today I want to talk about macOS Sonoma and why Apple should consider reversing its system requirements. You thought Windows 11 system requirements were bad? Well, wait till you hear about this. Apple last year released macOS Ventura, which the minimum system requirements for an iMac were the 2017 iMacs. However, Ventura doesn't run that well on these Macs. It is unstable, it crashes so frequently, and it's hardly worth using. However, the cat is out of the bag. macOS Sonoma has just been announced at wwdc, and the 2017 iMac has been completely abandoned by Apple. So they now require you to have a 2019 iMac. So that means you won't be getting Sonoma this year. So your only other option really is to install Windows on the computer. Now you can do that through Boot Camp. And honestly, to be fair, if you're running Ventura on that Mac, you're probably best off running Windows on it. It'll run better than macOS Ventura for starters, because Windows has better memory management. And secondly, Windows 10 is not going to lose support until 2025 anyway, so you've got a few more years left with that version of Windows. And if you knew how to get Linux working on that system, you could use that as well. But the fact is, Apple just wants to make money, and I can tell. They did it with Ventura. They dropped the 2015 iMacs. They can't run Ventura, and it's the same with the 2017s. So if you want a computer that's going to last, I would suggest ditching the Mac. There are better computers out there like Windows, Chrome OS, and Linux. In fact, I'm seriously thinking about getting a Chrome box because I love Chrome OS. I love it as an operating system. I think Google's done a really good job with Chrome OS. I'm recording this on a Chromebook right now, and Chrome OS is getting better and better and better. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if one day Chromebooks outsell Macs because of how good the software on them is. Chrome OS has better memory management than them all. It even beats Windows when it comes to RAM management. But you can't run Chrome OS on a Mac. So, well, officially that is. So if you want to run Chrome OS, you either buy a Chromebook or run it officially. I mean, unofficially even. So it's sad to see these 2017 iMacs be abandoned by Apple. But it's nice to know that Microsoft has now passed on this, is now supporting them with, the fact that they can run Windows via Boot Camp, and there's a lot more you can do with these older Macs. So yeah, that sort of thing. So in short, there are loads of people that still own Macs dating as far back as 2012, and those updates, those Macs haven't had an update since Catalina. So I made a mistake getting a Mac. I really have. And I can tell these system requirements for macOS versions are incredibly ludicrous. They're extremely ludicrous. And I thought Windows 11 system requirements were bad. macOS's are just worse. So in summary, What can you do with these Macs that can't run the latest macOS Sonoma when it finally releases? Well, you do have Windows 10, which you can install through Boot Camp on your current macOS. If you want to accessibly install Windows 10 with through Boot Camp, the Boot Camp Assistant on macOS Mojave is the most accessible. So, generally speaking, if you have a Mac that can run Mojave, or that is compatible with Mojave, like mine's a 2017, even though it's shipped with Catalina, it can still run Mojave, then you can install Windows 10 over macOS Mojave. The second best bet, if you know how to get it working, is run a Linux system. And there's plenty of distributions out there, but the one I recommend the most is Ubuntu. Ubuntu is just the most popular. Ubuntu, out of every Linux distribution I have used, is extremely stable, no problems at all. Snap packages are amazing, I absolutely love them, and I love Canonical as a company. Ubuntu doesn't even have any strict system requirements at all. The final option is to keep using the version of macOS you're on. And if you're on the 2017 iMac, that is macOS Ventura, and I strictly discourage anyone from running Ventura on that Mac. It's absolutely unstable. Even with an SSD, I reckon upgrading to an SSD isn't going to fix macOS Ventura stability issues on the 2017 iMacs. It's just going to make it worse. Well, as if macOS Ventura on that Mac isn't bad enough already. In fact, for those who have a 2019 iMac, you can run Sinoma, but I just don't recommend upgrading to it. I mean, if macOS Ventura freezes a lot on the 2017s, then macOS Sonoma is going to freeze a lot on the 2019s. Those who are on the 2015s, how's Monterey doing for you? I want to know in the comments.
Pause recording. Stop.
This is Jordan signing off, saying have a good day, everyone.